What's up, Girl Gang peeps, Padawans? I just want to get into this video straight away and share with you my thoughts on the entirety of the whole episode of episode 5, a very special episode. And I know many reactors out there have given their thoughts and shared their views on what they think of the episode. And the general consensus is it's an awesome episode, setting it up for the movie for Doctor Strange 2, but we know that's going to be a little ways away. But enough can't be said about this episode. There's so much to digest, so much to dissect. But with my notes here, I'm just going to give a little bit of what I focused on. I'm thinking when it comes to Agnes, she's pretty much the comic relief. I know that she always comes in, tries to make everybody laugh, or I know the audience laugh, or try to just become a distraction. The comic relief / distraction, especially for Wanda and Vision, whenever they get into that space of trying to figure things out. Especially for Vision, who starts subtly noticing things. And then in an uncanny way, Agnes comes in and hence the distraction / comic relief, and you know someone's pulling the strings. There is the potential, there is the possibility of somebody pulling the strings to have her going in there in order for her to be a distraction, to not let either of them get to that truth. And that's what I'm thinking right there. And I know that Agnes is possibly Agatha from the comics, and I'm going to probably delve into the comics a bit more after once this series is over. And it's getting good, I'm telling you right now. I have never been this invested, other than with The Mandalorian, when it comes to this show. And it's to the directors, to Disney Plus, to Disney in general, to Marvel, tip my hat to you. And moving on to the director. Now, can we say, can we all agree that he's a big giant dick? At first, when we first introduced to him, after returning from the snap, from Tony's snap, or actually from, it was Tony's snap, or actually the Hulk snap. Yeah, it was the Hulk snap, because Tony snapped the Thanos and them out of existence. So yeah, but getting back on track here, when we were first introduced to the director, he was seemingly a kind man who was looking out for Wanda. But then in that scene where he was basically a dick to Jimmy, as he was breaking down the information, providing everybody with like Wanda's backstory, his breakdown of her life story, and all that stuff. And then, and even when Jimmy basically was talking to Darcy, she even agreed. She even called him a dick, although we didn't really hear it. What ended up was the word terrorist. But I can think we all agree the director is a dick, and possibly a villain. Who knows? There's possibly hints that director is behind everything. Probably Mephisto. Who knows? We can speculate as many times as we want, but this is how awesome Disney Marvel is, and it makes you keeps coming back to figuring out who's the villain, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. For all we know, the good guy is the bad guy, and the bad guy is the good guy. Because Wanda started out as a bad guy, then the good guy, then turned into a good guy, or good girl, or a hero. Then she starts slowly turning into a villain. But she may end up having a redemption. Who knows? But it's all going to be going towards to Doctor Strange 2, the movie. And from there we go to Monica Rambeau, and when she was pretty much done with all the tests that she was been enduring it showed some like white images, but I know for a fact that in the comics, I think what I've heard that Monica is will be turning out be becoming a superhero herself. I don't know when she'll have her powers emerge, but she'll eventually become a Marvel superhero herself, like Captain Marvel. And speaking of Captain Marvel, that relationship between Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel, it may be a bit strained or not at all there, because the way that Captain Marvel looked, not Captain Marvel, but Monica Rambeau looked, that facial expression when Jimmy mentioned Captain Marvel was an integral part in the defeat of Thanos, she gave a look as if, what about her? It seems that there's a story there in which there has been a strained relationship, maybe due to the absence of her when it comes to her mother when she wasn't there, and maybe she would talk to the doctor more and found out that Captain Marvel was considerably absent when she was when her mother passed away, and she is and is holding resentment that with her. That's going to be an interesting relationship or lack of to delve into, possibly in Captain Marvel 2. And that's what I want to. That's what when I noticed that, I was like, "What's going on there?" When she gave that facial expression. So, what do you think when it comes to? Did you notice that facial expression when uh, Monica Rambeau did that? Just basically gave that look in which, when the mere mention of Captain Marvel's name just caused her to just like have like a like a shrug off, or like disdain, look of disdain. When it comes to the text of the phone call, I seriously think it could be Hank Pym or Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four, knowing that the Fantastic Four is the true Fantastic Four, not like the one from the recent film that bombed. But anyways, yeah, the Fantastic Four that's being brought back to the MCU eventually, and yeah, I think she was either contact either Hank Pym, Reed Richards, or it could have been anyone from Stark Industries. Who knows? But yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see who from that who's going to be that contact for Monica Rambeau when it comes to making that Ram vehicle that she was mentioning in order to get inside into that television universe that was created for Wanda. And then we go from there to where I like to refer to as the breakdown, which is in three parts. First, it's the literal breakdown. As many of us do when it comes to our action videos, we break down the episode when it comes to our thoughts and reviews. But when it comes to with this with this breakdown, the literal breakdown, you could tell that that the control by Wanda is breaking down in a way, as she's using magic to try to calm her kids down, and that is not working at all because they refuse. They are not influenced by her magic, that leads to where are the kids when it comes to when it comes to the town of Westview, because Tommy and Billy are the only kids in Westview, and like Vision said as they were having their discussion in the living room, that every time he walks past the playground, he doesn't see any kids, and this harkens back to episode 2, where during the talent show, for the children was repeated over and over again. So that begs the question: where are the children? Are they hidden? Have they been yeeted out? Have they been Thanos'd out? Who knows? So that's a big question right there to delve into and speculate on until those answers can be answered. Those questions can be answered, to be exact. And then there's um, the the mental breakdown, but but of Wanda herself, where she starts out. She looks tired, and that's wearing her down. That mental that mental strength is wearing her down to the point where you can see she's become reckless to the point of using magic in front of Agnes, who was just a few feet away in the kitchen. And that shows her recklessness, like I mentioned before, and that has a Vision very concerned to the point where that leads into the emotional breakdown between Vision and Wanda in the kitchen that leads into the living room where they faced off both up in the air, which was very intense, and you could see that um, since being born in Age of Ultron, I've always hear Vision as a very Zen-like, calm individual, but this episode he was pissed off, angry. The amount of emotion you can that Vision conveyed was top notch. Both Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany gave stellar performances in that scene or tonight's episode, um, and in episode 5 to be exact, and you can tell that it's wearing on him and her especially because all throughout the since the very start she's been trying to take control, but who is really in control when it comes to um, uh, being when trying to handle everything that to have her reality not be shattered by reality itself, and it all culminates into what the appearance of the X-Men version of Pietro, Evan Peters, and when I first saw him, I was like, "Whoa, he's here!" And we know that Disney bought Fox's X-Men. I believe that's what happened there. I know that Fox is now the property of Disney. Fox characters are when it comes to X-Men. I think that's true. Hopefully I'm right about that. And before that, the mistake of the director, who, as we all agree, is a dick, just basically was shown how um, by Wanda herself how powerful she is when she stepped out like a boss from um, her TV world and in her own costume to the point where as she was talking to them, her accent came out. And she showed how truly powerful she is when she mind manipulated the sword agents to direct the guns to aim at the director to show who's really in charge. She's in charge, not the director, not Sword, not Monica Rambeau. She's in charge, and if anybody messes with her family, she'll take them out. No questions asked, like Thanos snap. You don't mess with a mama bear, especially one that is powerful like the Scarlet Witch that is Wanda Maximoff. And yeah, and it's going to be interesting from now here until when up until episode 9, I believe, because we have 4 more episodes to go, and then there's the movie, this whole, and I'm thinking the big cameo might be Doctor Strange or Professor X, but we can all speculate night and day on who's going to be the big cameo, the big get for WandaVision at the possibly at the end of the series, and then that would lead into the Doctor Strange movie too. But I know that from my understanding, after WandaVision is over, it will lead into Winter Soldier and the Falcon, and then Loki, and then other MCU movies. But I'm looking forward to all of them, especially especially Doctor Strange too. It'll be because from my understanding, it's going to be Wanda's going to be the big villain, and presumably the big villain in that movie, as it will potentially be a redemption story for Wanda herself, maybe. But we can speculate all day and night. But um, being a Marvel fan is you're at the right time, man. And when it comes to DC, they have to step up their game because right now Marvel's at a whole different level. So yeah. Anyways, those are my thoughts, and hopefully you understood my ramblings. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the chapter 5 of WandaVision, very special episode. And if you're watching this for the very first time, tip my hat to you. If you want to become a member of the Yoda Girl Gang, Peace Padawans of the Inner Sanctum, go ahead and basically just hit that little Yoda icon right there. Hit like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell in order to be notified of any more videos being posted of this on this channel, on my channel, the Inner Sanctum. And just also put it out there that I do have Patreon, where I'm posting most, not all my reaction videos, full reaction videos, unedited. I know 2 or 3 I'm unable to because I accidentally deleted the reactions to them, and so you'll have like episode 1 and 2 not there, and episode 4, I believe, of Street Hawk not there, but the rest are there. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, tip my hat to you. May the force be with you. Until next time. Till yeah, after hopefully we'll get some more answers in episode 6. Later.